Okay, this is Blue Lightning on the Atari Jaguar CD, and it's a game that you don't really see very often on YouTube, so what I thought I'd do is cover it from start to finish, not as in like a long play or anything, but I'll show some of the menus just so you can get a bit of a feel of the game, because I tend to just start from the gameplay. So we get this very basic opening screen, so there's no menu configurations for like sound or control or anything like that. It's just creating a pilot. So which one to go with? I do like the digitized screenshots. It's very early 90s, or bin 90s even in this case. And we'll go with easy, because the game is quite hard and I do want to show a little bit more than... Well, I don't want to do what I did with Afterburner and end up having to restart it 3 times. I'm not very good at any of these kind of games. And really the one reason I'm looking at this is because it's quite similar to Afterburner on the 32X in a way, although it's not as good. But I thought I'd show it anyway. So you get your FMV, which, you know, it's a CD, so you've got a packet full of FMV. This is using the Cinepack codec, but I think either the CPU's too slow or the data rate's a bit slow, because the compression doesn't look that good. Yeah, whatever, you've got to shoot things. Tank busting 101, ground attack. Destroy as many tanks and targets as possible. Okay. Yeah, more FMV.
Stand by for takeoff.
I will. The soundtrack on this game's not too bad. It's weird, the volume's a bit all over the place on X. The in-game soundtrack's quite loud, but the sound quality seems quite low. Right, here we go. It sounds like a really bad rip-off of 80s Megadeth, although the sound quality is not great. Right, I'll just knock that off in case it trips any copyright protection, although I really doubt anyone's uploaded a full soundtrack of this, but you never know. So in a way, graphically, it's not bad. It's got, you know, some... Oh, bollocks. It's got bollocks? No, it's balls hard anyway, but it's got some reasonably okay... Yeah, let's start that again. It's got some reasonably okay sprite scaling on it. The Jaguar CD is not like the Mega CD because it doesn't have any additional hardware, so it's really just the Jaguar as it is, but reading off a CD. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Do I dare go through this? Yeah. Maybe I should have put it a little bit harder. Not to worry. But you've got different controls. So you've got Afterburner, you've got Cruise, you've got Brake. You see the horrible scaling. Or you've got the in-cockpit view, which is okay, but the inverted controls seem wrong in this. It really should be up in that mode. But anyway. For the life of me, I really can't quite figure out why this is a CD-based game, because yeah, it's got the CD soundtrack and, you know, the FMV, but I don't see why this couldn't be done on a Jaguar, because the sprites are not really that detailed and the popping's not great either, so it's not like it's storing a lot of texture data. Oh yeah, you get missiles as well. I think those are firing at me. So, yeah, they are. Well, the tanks definitely are. Yeah, the controls are a bit different to Afterburner, so you can only target one enemy at a time. In a way, the music in these videos reminds me a little bit of Thunderhawk. You know, the one on the Mega CD. It's got a very kind of militaristic drumming feel to it. I wonder if this would have looked cutting edge when it came out. I think I bought the unit, the Jaguar CD unit, in probably around 97, 98. So it'd been out. It'd only been out a couple of years, but it felt like an eternity at that point. Air Combat 101. Yeah, this should be the one that's in the air. Yeah, I'll skip the F&V. You've seen that. It's the same on every mission, I think. It's been a while since I've played it. Yeah, this looks a little bit jerky. Right, thanks for the tip. You can see why this was a launch game for the Jaguar CD. It was one of the few games that came with the machine. There was this, VidGrid, which I've got as well, which is like a video-based game. And you've got video-based game, you know what I mean. Anyway, F&V based game. And there was this and a demo of Myst, which I've got as well. It also came with a soundtrack CD of Tempest 2000, but I didn't get that with the second-hand copy that I got. Yeah, graphically I'm not that impressed with this stage. The ground ones are okay, but I don't think it's up there with Afterburner. And certainly this is not as good as the 32X. I think the Jaguar was meant to be more powerful, but I don't know. It does make you wonder. But I think the problem with the Jaguar was it was really hard to program for, and you do get games like Hover Strike CD and I suppose the cartridge one, which were quite good. Most games I don't think really took advantage of the hardware. Yeah, I'll skip this. Missile accuracy 30%, that's not good. Ah, it's me and my itchy trigger finger, I didn't really read it. It's, well, shoot stuff. Don't crash, and don't get shot. Yeah, another one of these ground-based levels.
Destroy the enemy supply. Avoid enemy gunfire.
Yeah, that's probably good. Oh dear. I think this is a difficult thing, because if you've got buildings that are up close, you don't know whether your plane's flown past them or not. I'm going to shoot that car for no good reason. Yeah, the scaling's not very good, and it makes you just wonder how good quality the textures are. It's not great. I'm really not impressed by this game. It just feels... I've probably said this about a lot of games from this generation. It just feels like a tech demo, that it's been put together really quickly, and it doesn't feel like a completed game. It's not got the polish, and I think this happened with a lot of Jaguar games, that particularly, well, I suppose it shows up even more with games that were ports, because you look at even the Mega Drive and the SNES versions of the games, and they look quite polished, and you can tell this from the title screens, as just an example. Oh, that was lucky. And oh no, you can't. Can you roll it? No, you can't. But you look at the Jaguar games and they feel really rough. The title screens look almost like, not quite programmer art, but they've not really got the polish. But I can see why this, was a launch game, because it's a tech demo. Missile accuracy 0. Right, okay, I'll do this as the last one. I can't stand anymore. It's a bit dull. Oh, this one looks a bit better. Not great distancing, but you've got a few more sprites. In a way, this is reminding me a little bit graphically of Soulstar on the Mega CD, but I think Soulstar looked a hell of a lot better than this does. The textures were better, and the colour palette was better. Let's check the music. Yeah, same soundtrack. I think it's the same soundtrack that repeats all the time. Whoa. Yeah, I think the problem with this game, well, one of them is it doesn't really have a sensation of speed. It just feels really slow. I find it hard to think that a jet fighter could fly this slow, because you're probably going about, I don't know, speed of a car, maybe a bit more. Ooh. Can I fly? Oh crap, no! Ooh, that was lucky. It's kind of odd how the hills just appear. They just pop up. Doop-de-doo. Oh crap. I was wondering if the levels repeat, so when you go left, whether you appear on the right of the level, like Pac-Man in a way, but I guess not. Right, I think I'll leave it there. It's been about 10 minutes or so, I think. There's no... well, I've not selected the clock on the camera, but anyway. So hopefully you've had an idea of how this game plays. It's not one that I play very often. I think if you've got a Jaguar CD, you've probably got this game, and it's worth, giving it a quick go as, a 10-15 minute game. I think there are better games on the platform. So the one I'll look at after this one will be Battlemorph. So you've probably heard of Cybermorph, which was a pack-in game, or launch game as well for the original Jaguar, but Battlemorph is the sequel on the Jaguar CD, and it's a lot better. It is a much more polished game, so I'll look at that next. So thanks for watching.